Hi there. Happy Travel Tuesday. Elizabeth out here in the elements. Brian inside. We have a lot to cover today from roads, safety, travel, cancellations. Brian, it's been an interesting week to say the least.
It absolutely has. It's amazing the snow and the paralyzation really in and around Western New York. I remember the blizzard of '77. It was certainly not the snowfall that we had this, and it was 48 hours of blizzard wind. So it really is amazing, and everyone's trying to dig out, Elizabeth.
That's for sure. At AAA, for example, today we've received over 2,000 calls. We are fully staffed. We have crews coming in from Syracuse to help out with this. We've been helping out with these emergency efforts. So we want to thank everyone, first off, for their patience in waiting for service over the past few days, which of course we told everyone, if you're safe at home, you're in a safe location, please stay there while we can handle the emergency situations first. So our advice right now is I'm lucky. I have a paved road, as you can see behind me. This is not what it looks like on a lot of the roads. So if you're in a driving ban area, stay home, stay safe, stay warm, stay in a safe location. If you're in any other area, it's still a travel advisory. So you shouldn't be going out and about driving just for the heck of it, as our county executive said, to go out and take pictures or joyriding, as he put it. We want to make sure that everyone does stay safe.
Absolutely. And I went for a long walk this morning just to kind of assess and do it by foot rather than riding around in a car. And, a lot of people are digging out. I live in the town of Amherst, and, it was slow. No question. It was slow getting a lot of the streets plowed, but every street pretty much has had some passes now. So people can move around. But to your point, Elizabeth, if you don't need to go out, I know some people may need some medications or, some basic necessities. Do that if you need to and get right back home, because a lot of the roads that are plowed aren't plowed to what everyone is used to. It may be one lane, or, it's certainly not, there's no parking lane. So if people try to park on, the side of a main street, you've got to be very, very careful. So there's still a lot of cleanup, Elizabeth, to go.
There sure is. Some of the main thoroughfares are still scattered with abandoned vehicles. And, of course, city streets are extremely narrow. They're hard to navigate as it is. Plus, with parking, cars parked wherever, abandoned wherever, they can't get the plows down. So it's going to take some time. So we just ask everyone to be patient. And if you think about what's happening in certain areas, like the city that was hardest hit, a lot of our drivers live in that area. So they've had trouble just getting off of their street to coming in. But meanwhile, other drivers have stepped up and said, I'll take the shift. So right now we have people working days when they're usually working nights. And so it's kind of all mixed up. We're just doing our best to get to everyone. So if you are going out, make sure it's for a good reason. And you want to leave the roads open for those necessities and those essential workers who are trying to get into work right now. There's no point in going out for no reason. And if you are going out for a legitimate reason, make sure you have that emergency kit in your car. Make sure you're dressed warm, because we did hear from some people who were dressed in like summer clothing and then they ended up getting stuck on the roadside. So you don't want that to happen.
No, you really don't. And I remember Friday morning, I was out quite early and it was raining very hard. And then about 20 to 9, the wind started picking up and it slowly changed. I made sure that I was home, and boy, did it change really quick, as they said. So, this time, as many times they do, the weather forecast was right. And, although there were businesses that were open and people were out, and that's the unfortunate thing, they did get stuck. And, everyone is there to try and help them get out of harm's way, for sure.
Right. And obviously the snow is still coming down here in the South Town. So my eyes started to water from the cold. So don't go out unless you really need to. We just want to make sure that everyone does stay safe. And we do sell AAA emergency kits in our branches, which are open today. So if you're not saying to go out and just go shopping for no reason, but if you don't have one of these in your car and you're planning a road trip or you're planning to go away for New Year's Eve, this is something you'll want to have in your vehicle, and they're actually on sale right now. So that's something you might want to stock up on.
Yeah, it is so important to have that. And I'm sure people that unfortunately were stranded on the side of the road wish, if they didn't have that, because, we heard so many stories of unfortunate situations where people were, stranded. So that's really important. I want to talk a little bit about the airport, Elizabeth, as well. It is scheduled to open at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So it's been delayed. As far as I can remember, this is kind of the longest period where I remember the Buffalo International Airport being closed. They did bring in equipment from some other cities as well to help them get all sorted out. So 11 a.m. tomorrow. But so important. Check with your carrier because just because it opens at 11 doesn't mean every flight's going to operate. And, they may get the runways cleared, but all of the gate areas and the jetways where the planes pull up, that's really one of the big problems where they have to clear the snow off. So again, make sure you have that app on your phone. And firsthand experience, we have some family that was coming in yesterday, actually, and the app on their phone sends a push notification, flight was canceled, automatically rebooked, and it's been moving out day after day after day. But that communication is so important. And if you don't like the flight that they put you on, you can actually choose another one that's available. So that's a great way of communication. But if your flight is going, make sure you arrive quite early as well. It's going to be a slow processing of, checking bags and getting through TSA. Some of those workers still may not be able to get to the airport as well. So make sure you leave plenty of time. Elizabeth, I saw you on the news all weekend long and you stressed 2 hours at least in Buffalo. We're not used to that, but it's really important to do that.
And I wanted to point out the airport, I saw some things criticizing the airport for not being opened yet. It's not a local decision. There are FAA regulations that have to be met before
Correct.
An airport can open. And they were actually bringing in personnel and machinery from other airports to help with this cleanup. So it's not that they can just say, okay, we're open. Like there are, as you know, national rules that have to be followed.
Absolutely. And again, safety is the number one caution. And, picture when a jet lands, if there's some ice on that runway when they're putting on their, when they're braking, it's a disaster. So they have to be very, very careful. Better safe than sorry. And, it's okay to push it back. This has been a different holiday week for everybody. Whatever you're celebrating, it's going to be very different. Certainly something to talk about, but, really make sure. Another comment I will make is, it's still going to be busy through New Year's. Try and do carry-on luggage. It's really one of a godsends with people. If you've seen pictures on the news yesterday, I saw, I think it was Newark Airport. It was just a sea of misplaced luggage. If you can do carry-on, that's going to be really key. That's very, very important. Another mode of transportation, Amtrak, they've actually been canceled today. They're canceled tomorrow in and out of Buffalo as well. But be sure to check with your operator. Make sure, even though it may show canceled, if they do reinstate it, you want to be able to, get on that train. But it appears that they're canceled through tomorrow. And of course, check with Greyhound and Trailways if you're taking a bus as well. You don't want to trek all the way downtown. And I suspect because the driving ban is still in the city of Buffalo, that buses are not traveling from Buffalo, New York.
Right. So when you talk about planes, trains, and automobiles, we really saw that. We also saw some heartwarming stories of people traveling together across the country. I saw some national reports. A flight was canceled. They became friends, rented a car together, people helping each other out in the storm. So that's what it's all about. So again, we ask everyone to continue to be patient and be kind and check on your neighbors, etc.
Absolutely. And, it was really great to see when you're out cleaning your driveway and snow blowing, neighbors are helping neighbors. And, you may not have seen them for weeks or months, but everyone's out kind of renewing acquaintances. So that's really great to see. I will also, again, Elizabeth, I'm from the travel area. If you are home warm, safe in your home, and you want to plan that vacation, we have some great deals through January 3rd. So there's a lot of great holiday promotions still going on. And, when we're out looking at this snow, I could think of many warm places that I'd like to be, Elizabeth.
That's for sure. And, that might brighten the holiday for a lot of people who didn't get to celebrate the way that they wanted to. But of course, staying safe is most important. And of course, our thoughts are going out to everyone who has faced devastation and loss during this storm, because it really was a devastating one.
Absolutely. It really is amazing. And, a lot of folks trying to help in every way they can as well.
Right. So it was challenging. It's difficult. It's not over yet. But slowly but surely, we're making some progress. The 90 is open again, so people can once again travel across the state. So that's good news.
Absolutely. And again, if you do venture out, there are still highway closures in the Western New York area. So, make sure you plan that if you need to go out. And really, need is the word, Elizabeth. I think really, give them another day or so to really get things cleaned up so, people don't run into problems.
Right, right. If you want to get any safety tips, you need a AAA membership, you want travel information, you can go to AAA.com and people can always come visit us if it's safe to get there, or give us a call on the phone as well. Because again, our phones have been ringing. We've been answering them with all these extra crews we have on staff.
Absolutely. It's kind of an all hands on deck. Everyone from different department really works together and tries to help our members and stranded travelers. And I got to tell you, it's a wonderful team, wonderful family here at AAA.
Yeah, yeah. And we'd like to thank all of our associates who've really gone above and beyond this week. And we're almost through 2022. And we hope that everyone does have a happy new year.
Absolutely.
Okay. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye, everybody.